G'day guys, welcome back to Jetski's Garage.
So in my video, when I was fitting all the manual stuff up onto this Godzilla, I gave it a quick scuff with a bit of a, I don't know, sandpaper disc on my gasket buff. Look, I'd be happy to run that as it is, but the only reason why I'm machining this thing is that's 10.5 inches, the original clutch plate that's been on that. The one I got in the kit's 11 inch, but that is also the wrong clutch plate because that's the one, or disc, sorry. That's the one for the TR3650, which is a 10 spline. The TKO 600 that I've got in here, that is a 26 spline. So need to get a new clutch disc, and I reckon the one I'll end up getting will probably be an 11 inch, which will give me a bit of grief on that overlap. So gonna have to machine it. And as I've said this before, when you're a brake bitch, you do what you can with what you got. So I'm going to chuck it in a lathe, which I bought, which is a bit more expensive than a clutch disc. But anyway, I'm going to chuck it in a lathe, have a go, and see if I can machine this on a lathe and make it good. So this is my new lathe. It is a Qualos, made in Melbourne in 1940 something or other. Anyway, so yeah, Australian made, old school. Pretty much what I was looking for. 240 volt. Yeah, nice big cast iron base. Oh, big sturdy door. In there would have been the original lubrication system. Yeah, has a thread chaser on it, which is also really good. This is a gear driven setup, which makes it noisy as all hell when it's running, and has an engager there. And yeah, obviously you can change your speeds with your knobs. And yeah, good length. And this is like, that just misses, only just. Which tells me it's made for it. You can see daylight, so it's alright. And clearance under here just clears too. So I'm pretty stoked that it does fit and I can give it a go. I haven't gone ahead and bought hyper tooling and that for it, just using what it came with. Old mate did make a heap of homemade using tool grade steel and whatever. So I'll see how it goes on this. Got my dial indicator out, gonna get it relatively square on the 3-jaw. And yeah, start spinning it. Well, there we have it. Sort of mostly 0, goes up to 1 thou for a little bit. Down to 2, or -1, sorry. And then back to 0. I'm happy with that. What's a couple of thou between friends? Well, that's a shambles. The lathe won't go close enough. So, that bit, if I can hold that better, it's going to hit the flywheel for the cutting tool does. So, I'm going to have to try and rearrange this a bit. I don't really want to do it. Oh, that's bad angle. I know. Might have to slide it out a little bit. If I slide the tool out, I might get a bit more reach. Gonna come back to it. I just can't get the right reach I need to with the right bits. And then this bit I've got in it now is just blunt. So I don't want to play game, and like on that it just gets a real nice chime. I'm going to sleep on it. Maybe look up some YouTube videos on how to set your bits up or what the go with those are anyway, because yeah, what they got around the corners I have no idea. But anyway, we'll attack it again tomorrow. I think crisis averted. I think I've worked something out. This was in the box of bits and pieces that old mate gave me with the lathe. It was blunt. I've sharpened it. There's videos on like all different angles. There's the face angle, the side angle, the front angle, all these different angles. But anyway, I just took a little bit off the top. So I'm hoping that this will do me. After trying a few times, that bit just kept getting blunt every time. It'd cut for a few rotations and then it'd just go blunt again. So the night I did some research, I bit the bullet. I was going to buy some nice fresh lathe tools anyway. Bought them. That's them in the box. I popped into Chris Milton's engine developments the other day. They're the guys that I use for all my engine machine work. Had a chat to Sammy and just asked him like, what the hell's going on? Are they hardened steel? The flywheels, like I've never really dove into it that much, to be honest. He said, no, they just should be cast iron. But probably the issue is that as clutches do and flywheels, they get a bit hot. So the steel's probably hardened a little bit over a bit of use. And as you can see with the step that was in it, so pups are just going to bark at some kangaroos in the paddock next door. Yeah, so this flywheel's probably gotten hot a couple of times and it's a bit harder now. He did say, flick it around, try again on the back side. I believe him, it probably will be softer on the back side. So with my new bits, I'm going to chuck them on. After a bit of research as well, carbide tips are supposed to be better for harder steels. So don't know if that's true. It's what I read. We'll go with it. Test it out and see how it goes. Open her up. So I think I've got a left and a right. I'm guessing neutral. And that one is goes inside if you're wanting to do bores. So I'll try this one. Yep, the neutral one right in the middle. And I think I might go that one actually, because that'll give me a bit more reach too. Once I pivot it on the angle, I'll get further out than if I did with it back like that on one of the other preset angles. So that'll be the one. Well, let's have a look at this. Doesn't come up too bad. That's the first skim, only a light one. There is a low spot there. It's not quite half of it. It's only about a quarter of the flywheel, if that. Yeah, not even a quarter. So that might be a low spot there, and I was seeing that on the dial indicator. So as you can see, most of it is machined. So this definitely did need a bit of a skim. Glad I'm doing it. The other thing we'll add too, Sammy did tell me, he's like, why didn't you just bring it in here and we would have faced the flywheel for you. Part of my videos is just trying to get people just have a go at home. Is it the right way? Probably not. Will it do the job? Probably. I just want to have a go. Yeah. It's kind of cool. Machining stuff as well. Gives me something to do, even though I've got plenty of stuff to do. But anyway, yeah. If you don't have the time and you got the money, go get it machined properly. You'll get a better result, more than likely, I'd say. Sammy did say something about the surface finish wouldn't be quite as right. I'll double check to see, like, will it be because it's quite reflective, or polished, I suppose you say. You can see a good reflection in the machining that I have done. So I don't know if it's going to be too smooth or too rough, or what he was saying about that. So yeah, whether or not I'd give it a 60 grit emery or something like that, just to rough it up on the lathe too. But anyway, let's keep having a bit more machining. If we have a closer look, you might notice something on this flywheel. Yes, it's nicely machined. Looks beautiful. Almost like a mill or something similar did it. Because my lathe definitely didn't do it because it wasn't going to work. I think only on this one though. Well, flywheels that have been through the same abuse. If you have a flywheel where it's cooked the clutch or it's done some hard work, the face is going to get hardened and the lathe just isn't going to break into it, and it's going to ride the thread back on the lathe as you walk it in. So I think that's what kept happening with this. I kept coming into the center. You can see there's a little bit there still from me when I was trying to do it. And then by the time I got to here where it was hard, it just, yeah, it wouldn't do anything. So thought I was losing my mind. I spent hours on the thing. Should have just taken it to Milton's to just be the end of it. But anyway, wanted to have a go. I think if you had a new flywheel, well not new, but you know what I mean, a flywheel that hadn't been through so much abuse and the face wasn't hardened from cooking a clutch, I think you'd be fine. But save your time. Don't do it on the lathe. Just take it to the machine shop and get it done. I think it cost me like, what, $100 or something like that. And if you think about hourly rate labor and blah, 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 like, yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it and laugh at my stupidity or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, have a good one. Catch ya.